My family and I currently live in Gresham, Oregon, but I can trace my roots back 14 generations ago to France, Germany, and even Switzerland. A lot of my family tree has ties to Alsace, which is now a region in France, but it has been passed between German and French control several times over the course of history. Alsace is in the northeastern part of France along the Rhine River Valley, and it borders Germany and Switzerland. The oldest relatives I can trace back to Europe is 14 generations ago to the Ruck family in the 1600s. Melchior and Elizabeth Ruck lived in Switzerland and had one known child also named Melchior. Melchior Jr. and his wife Anna Maria moved to Alsace in the 1680s and gave birth to their seventh child out of 10. One of these 10 Ruck children would marry a Hundischel, and one of the daughters of the Hundischels married into the Stumbo family. The Stumbo family would later evolve into the last name Stumbo. Members of the Ruck, Hundischel, and Stumbo family moved to other places in France, Germany, and Switzerland throughout the next 50 years, but many of them remained in Alsace. Until Jacob Stumbo, who was born in Alsace, traveled to America when he was 28 in 1732. Jacob sailed from England to Philadelphia as a passenger on the Loyal Judith. Him and his family became early Virginian settlers. One of Jacob's sons, Frederick Stumbo, was a Revolutionary soldier. Frederick and his family moved to Scioto County in Ohio in the early 1800s. The Stumbo family remained in Ohio for a while, with several people fighting during the Civil War in the Ohio infantry. Brothers Joshua and James Stumbo, who fought in the Civil War, changed their last name to Stumbo when the war had ended. James' family moved to Ohio around the 1870s. The Stumbo family remained in Iowa for several generations until Paul Stumbo became a pastor and moved around the upper Midwest. Having 6 children, one of these children is my grandpa, James Stumbo, who lived in Wyoming and later moved to Montana. His son Nicholas, who's my dad, moved to the Pacific Northwest with his family and now lives in Gresham, Oregon. Alsace has a very long and slightly confusing history, going back all the way to prehistoric times. No one's quite sure how old Alsace is, and many people have lived and settled there. It was conquered by Julius Caesar and the Romans in 58 BC, and then conquered by King Clovis and the Franks in 496 AD. The Franks are what the French people were called at the time. Although modern Alsace is considered French, its relationship with France is still very complicated. It is often viewed as a cultural exception due to its history under German influence. 50% of the people of Alsace even speak Alsatian, which is a German dialect. Many cultural aspects of Alsace are partially French and partially German, including the cuisine and the language.
Fire. You've got everything but cold fire. You will be my rest and peace child. I moved up to take a place near you, so tired. It's the sky.